තිබ්බා 21 වැඩේ කිට්ටු වෙනකොට සහ මේ පළාත් සභාව වලට ඉවක් පැටලා තියෙන කොට මේ කොටි නැගිටින එක නේද? ඒක නම් ඉතින් ඒ අපිට උඩට පුරුදු විදෝරිය පොලිස් නිලධාරියෙක් ඔය වටකලගේ ප්‍රධානත්වයෙන් පැවතිච්ච රැස්වීමක ඔය භාෂික ගැන ෂෝක් කතාවක් කියනවා.
The English dictionary this year.
ඊට පස්සේ ආගේ පුතත් සුදුත් එක්ක මේ අහුවෙලා හැම තියෙනවා. ඒගොල්ලෝ තමයි අපේ විශ්වාසකාරයෝ. මේ පොලිස් නිලධාරියා කියනවා යා දන්නවා අය බොහොම කාලයකට කලින් ඔය කොහෙද සභාවක කම්කරුවෙක් හැටියට වැඩ කරපු කොල්ලෙක් තමයි මේ අද වෙනකොට කෝටිපති ව්‍යාපාරිකයෙක් බවට පත් වෙලා තියෙන්නේ කියලා. ඒ පැත්තකින් තියන්නකො. හරි. නෝමල් රුපියල් 500 අරන් ඇවිල්ලා ගොඩ ගියුන් කොච්චර ඉන්නවද? හරිද? කියන්නේ කම්කරුවෙකුට කෝටිපතියෙක් වෙන්න බැරිද වගේ ප්‍රශ්නයක් එනවනේ. පුඩු දුන්නා නම් පුළුවන් කාට වුණා. භාෂික්ගේ පුතා ගැන කියද්දි කියනවා මේ එක ගමක් තියෙනවා. ඒ ගමේ මොකද්ද සුබ සාධන සංගම සමිතියක්ද පිහිටවාගෙන තියෙනවා. ඒකේ අනුශාසක ඉන්නේ පන්සලේ හාමුදුරුවෝ, සභාපති ඉන්නේ විදුහල්පතිවරයෙක්ද කොහෙද කියලා කියනවා. ඒකේ අරමුණ තමයි ඉතින් වෙලා ඒ සමාජයේ නිද වැටලා තිබෙන්නේ ගම්මානේ. ඒ ගමේ අයට පොඩි පොඩි උදව් කරන එක, සල්ලි වලින් උදව් කරන එක, මලගයක් වුණාම පෙට්ටිය ගන්න රුපියල් 25000ක් විතර වෙන එක වගේ දේවල් ටික ඒ සුබ සාධන එකක් පවත්වාගෙන යන්නේ. මේකට මේ භාෂිකගේ පුත්‍රයා කියන. ඒ කියන්නේ කුඩුකාරයෝ තමයි කුඩු මුදලාලිලා ජාවාරම්කාරයෝ තමයි මේවට ෆන්ඩ් කරන්නේ. ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ උමනාවට තමයි මේවා පවත්වාගෙන යන්නේ. එතකොට නිකන් ගමේ අනික් උන්ට හැංගීමකුත් වෙනවා නිකන් කුඩු කෙව්වට කමකුත් නැහැ. බම් මැරිච්ච වෙලාවට පෙට්ටියක් ගන්න එහෙමත් නිකන් කීයක් හරි හම්බෙනවා නිකන්. ගමෙන් බලා හාමුදුරුවෝ මේ සාමේ මේ ඇත්තටම එතන සල්ලි ෆන්ඩ් වෙන්නේ කොහෙන්ද? සල්ලි ෆන්ඩ් වෙන්නේ අතනින්. ඒ වගේම මේ පොලිස් නිලධාරියා කියනවා මේ කොච්චරද රියන් බුදු පිළිමයක් හදලා තියෙනවා. ඒ බුදු පිළිමේ පළකේ ගහලා තියෙන නම ඔය භාෂිකගේ නමය කියලා කියන එක තමයි මේ සල්ලි දීලා මේවා කරන්න කියලා. ඇත්තටම ගත්තම මේ මද්ද්‍රව්‍ය ජාවාරම සහ මේ සංවිධානාත්මක අපරාධවල නීති විරෝධීව උපයා ගන්නා දේපල සහ උපයා ගන්නා මිල මුදල් ධනය ඒවා ඒගොල්ලෝ මේ ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ සුඛ විහරණය වෙනුවෙන්ම පාවිච්චි කරනවා කියලා එකක් නෑ. එහෙම පාවිච්චි කරා නම් ඔකේ ප්‍රශ්න මේක අර බූවල්ලා වගේ විහිදිච්ච නැති සමාජයක් නෑ. මේක ගිහිල්ලා දෙනවා පල්ලියට. මේක ගිහින් දෙනවා කෝවිලට. මේවා ගිහින් දෙනවා පන්සලට. මේවා ගිහින් දෙනවා සමාජ සංවිධාන වලට. පාරවල් වල දඩාව තියෙන බල්ල ආගමික පූජස්ථාන දේවස්ථාන හැදීම දක්වාම මේක විසිරීලා තියෙනවා. ඊටාම පොඩියට පොඩි අත්තරව මේවා පවත්වාගෙන යාම සඳහා පොඩි පොඩි උදපදව් කිරීමේ සිට තරුපන්තියේ හෝටල් රෙස්ටෝරන්ට් ස්ථානයන් පවත්වාගෙන යාම දක්වාම මේක විහිදිලා තියෙනවා. ඒ නිසා මේක අර මේක ගලවලා ගන්න එක ලේසි වැඩක් නෙමෙයි. නිකන් වතුරයි තෙලුයි කලවම් වුණා වගේ එකක් නෙමෙයි. ඒතර මේ වතුර තියෙනවා තෙල් තියෙනවා සමාජයේ වතුර කියලා ගත්තම මේ ජාවාරම් සහ මේ ජාවාරම් ආශ්‍රිත සිද්ධිදාමයේ තෙල් කියලා ගත්තම මේක කපලා ගන්න පුළුවන් ගන්නට.
He's really zipping along. Leg buys, doesn't matter. It's runs for Sri Lanka. That's the bottom line. Only the slower balls from Salman Mirza seem to be hard to get. But when pace on offer, this seems to be a good pitch. Yeah, Wasim Jr. and Fahim Ashraf and Mendes play for the same franchise, Quetta Gladiators in PSL. He's been very severe on his teammates. So only Mirza, who doesn't play in his franchise, was bowled well. Dot ball, finally. 160, 170. That's the type of score you need. It is a very cold evening. You look at even the Pakistan fielders, sweaters out, hands in pockets. come an hour and a half into the evening, it will get colder. That will be another challenge to deal with.
I reckon they need more. I reckon they need something about 180, maybe even 190. Pakistan bowling first. They expect dew to set in. Times it nicely down to third.
Get your 160, 165 first. They aim too high. It's a team that we know lose their way. And also those middle overs. Get your foundation right. 42, this partnership. Keep it going. And then you can go from there. Last ball of the power play.
There's a deep square leg and almost a deep gully on the fence. Mishara. Oh, swings and misses. So the power play, 58 for 1.
Putting to bat Sri Lanka. First ball, what a cracking shot. Mishara played a couple of brilliant shots until Mirza bowled that slower one. It's been Kusal Mendes in this partnership. Started playing that pickup shot nicely. There we go. The only 6 of the innings for now.
Well, the seamers haven't really found the length. It's been too short. And they've peppered that short length which has gone to the fence, dealt with. And Sri Lanka really have made use of the power play. For once, they've got an excellent start in the first 6. Power play done. Now the next challenge. Abrar has been brilliant with white ball for Pakistan. Their leading spinner.
Haven't played spin well at all. This is the phase. Bring it down from over 6 to 10. The next 4 overs crucial.
Full shot in a little pocket, but just be the single. It'll be interesting how they play this. Will they try and attack Abrar? Will they try and hit him out of his length? Or just milk him?
Sri Lanka unchanged from the last game. Batting to come, there's Janit Lienage, Pawan Ratnayaka. He's still to have a hit in T20 internationals. Shanaka and Kusal Pereira.
On the leg side, just gets away with it. Just a single that time. Right now, all going to plan. So, Fikr free for Sri Lanka. Fikr free moment. Download now and get assurance you need on your fingertips. Pulls that leg side and hits it pretty well. So just be the single. Not happy with himself, Mendes. He thought there was an opportunity to pierce that gap straightish mid-wicket.
Plus he hit it hard. The good thing is they're rotating the strike. Mishara has a massive role to play to support his senior partner and keep this partnership growing. Not open the door for Pakistan.
He slows it up. Very slow.
Because he's got starts. Be a great opportunity even for him to establish himself at the top of the order. We can go on to convert that to a meaningful score.
Change of angle for Abrar. Goes round the wicket. Drags it leg side and gets the gap. One bounce into the fence.
Brilliant hit. Abrar going around, angling it at the pads. Perfect. Look at the front leg. Throws it way outside leg stump so he can play that slog sweep.
7 off the over so far. And very slow this time into the offside. So the first over of spin has been dealt. partnership 50 of just 29. It has been Russell Mendes 34 of 19. Really racing along.
The man with the golden arm for Pakistan. Amongst wickets, plenty of them. Mohammad Nawaz.
Yeah, he's been brilliant since his return to the team. Batting, bowling, exceptional. Starts off with a slightly short one, but that's the way he's operated in Pindi, just back of a length. Nothing in the full zone. Make sure that if you want to hit him, you hit him off the back foot. The ball doesn't really arrive off this surface too often.
Canny operator. He bowls different lengths, slight change of pace. He'll watch what the batter's trying to do and then make the changes. Very good at bowling it far from the batter, making him fetch it.
Nicely played. He's got the gap. He's very good with that back cut boundary.
Nothing wrong with that delivery. It was just on a good length. Plays it off the stumps, Kusal Mendes. He's playing some wonderful shots.
Yeah, needs to carry on. Now Nawaz has just gone for 4.9 to the over in this tri-series. So if Sri Lanka can get hold of him, that just makes life difficult for Salman Ali Agha.
They really don't have to go after him. Make sure he doesn't bowl dot balls. You've got the boundary in the over. Knock it around. You for the next 2-3 overs, 8 and over, you accept. You can shake your head as much as you want.
Boring.
Boring is not the point. It's about the win. It's about what you do smartly, not throw it away.
Entertainment business. Wide.
There you go. Nawaz bowling it away from the left hand, thinking he might come at him, which is very clever indeed, but Mishara was up to the task, read the line well.
Oh, brilliant. Down on one knee and smashes it all the way. Shows you how to play spin.
You're so right there, Baz. Let the ball come to you. Previous one, he left it alone. This one, Nawaz had to adjust. Bowled it closer. And what a hit. This is a good partnership. Sri Lanka doing lots of things right in this first part of the innings. Foundation set. Now to build.
Yeah, putting pressure on the spinner. Salman Ali Agha now thinking about how to go about these middle overs. Couple of overs off spin so far. Goes wide again. Pressure on.
That's what you mean by not go after the bowlers. Let them bowl to you. And it works for you today. Mishara, Kusal Mendes making some wonderful decisions.
This time down the leg side, quicker delivery, oh, brilliantly done. Salman Mirza saves the boundary. It was a faster ball, so pace was on.
Superb fielding. One-handed seam-up delivery. Oh, yes. And the roll over, back of the shoulder, making sure no injuries. 15 off the over so far.
Now works at leg side. They'll cross over for a single. Fabulous from Sri Lanka. 16 off the first Nawaz over. 82 for one. .25 Sri Lanka going at. Brar first over went for 8. Oh, close, and that should be it. Brar with the one that skids through.
Big wicket, big wicket. Kusal Mendes on the back foot. That kept low. I don't think there's any point in reviewing that. Now this is what Abrar can do. He can get the ball to skid through. Not all that short. Previous over, he was able to get the pull shot away. But Abrar, that ability to deceive the batter with the pace of the pitch, working. But a very good knock from Mendes. He goes for 40. Sri Lanka 82 for 2.
Kusal Pereira, he is a dangerous bat. Sri Lanka need him to fire today. Brar with the breakthrough yet again. He's been so good in white ball for Pakistan. Able to just deceive Mendes with the length ball, just skidded off the surface, plumb in front.
Kusal Pereira's off the mark. Well, good length. A lot of players look to play off the back foot. But Abrar, he's a different type of bowler. He's got the ability. He's got the skill to get that ball to skid through. Beats him for pace.
And now Pakistan will squeeze. This is where Sri Lanka have to navigate through.
That's what happens. You get an opportunity, you strangle the opposition, and Pakistan are good at that, the spinners especially.
KFC, flip the bucket challenge. All you have to do is flip the bucket as fast as you can onto your head, and you win KFC finger-licking good prizes. Just 2 runs off the first 4 deliveries. Suddenly, it's a different ball game. Abrar with the wicket, and he's making sure that he gives away nothing. It's over a wicket and 2 runs. He'd like to close it off. That's not the way he thinks. He thinks wickets. He'll be thinking, how can I get Pereira out? He slows it up, turns into the leg side. A terrific over from Abrar. It is 85 for 2. 9.44 Sri Lanka going at.
Two left-handers in the middle. Mohammad Nawaz getting a break. Salman Ali Aga.
Oh, chance. Oh, direct hit might have got him. Pakistan very confident.
Try to direct it. We have a review for run out at the striker end. Can I have a side on angle for this, please? Roll it back, please. Bat behind the popping crease. Batsman made his ground, satisfied before it bails off. Ready to make my decision for the big screen.
No run there. Pereira gets a dive now. At full stretch, he's not got a great shoulder. He's had an operation on it. Hopefully he'll be fine.
Down the leg side, and doesn't beat short fine. It was a poor delivery, and Pereira be very disappointed because it was a boundary ball. A direct hit is what was needed.
Good work from Babar. Had to throw across his body. That gave Pereira the time.
Gets it past cover. He's very strong off the back foot through the offside.
Sri Lanka needed that boundary. But since the fall of Kusal Mendis' wicket, it was just getting a little tight. Yeah, that deserved to be hit. It was so short from the captain.
In the air. And just chipped away. It was the edge. And just gets lucky.
Perfectly placed, Basil. Couldn't do it any better.
And just got the single. Should have got two then if he placed it well enough. Inverex EV, Pakistan's smartest hatchback EV, Inverex Zio, is up for grabs for the most electrifying batter of the series. Inverex Zio, charge fast, drive smart, on and off the pitch. Cuts it through the offside, will just be the single. It has been a good 10 overs for Sri Lanka. They've got to 93 for 2, and it is time for drinks.
Welcome back to the final game in the Tri-Series in the round stage. Sri Lanka put into bat first, 93 for 2 in the first 10 overs. A couple of wickets gone down. The first one to go down, the man in form, outfoxed by a phenomenal delivery by Salman Mirza. Change of pace, clips off stump on the way out to get Pathum Nissanka out. And Kusal Mendes, who was going some guns, trapped right in front by Abrar Ahmed in his very first over. Much needed breakthrough as well. All reds for Kusal Mendes, who got 40 off 23. And the halfway mark in the first innings, Sri Lanka still sitting pretty, 93 for 2. Pakistan bowlers in the initial part of the game struggled to find the length. Width was on offer. A lot of full pitch deliveries that went to the boundary. And change of pace in terms of the bowling now. Saim Ayub, 7th bowler used tonight for Pakistan. Mohammad Nawaz, just the one over, went for 16 with the left-handers out there not continuing with him. Salman Ali Agha. Better option this in terms of Saim Ayub to the right-handers. It's time for Pakistan's leading home appliance brand, Super Asia. Shop online. Got the magic of one touch.
Yeah, the quest for the skipper is to go with his game plan A. In 10 overs, you don't expect, or 11, that you'd have used all these bowlers. But you have a look at Fahim, he's gone for 16 first one. Same story for Nawaz. And so he's now trying to kind of mitigate for that. Out! Short! Caught into the hands of backward point. Nawaz takes the catch. And the skipper's ploy works.
Yeah, you can see by the cheeky smile Salman Ali Agha had on his face. It was short, it was wide, it could have been put away. But the only place Kusal Perera has put this away is into the safety net of Mohammad Nawaz. Didn't quite get the elevation to go over, couldn't keep it on the ground either. He goes for 6 tonight, Sri Lanka 96 for 3. In at 5, Janit Lianage. Seventh bowler paying dividends for Pakistan. A big wicket as well in the context. Kusal Perera.
Your left-handers out there would have said, right, I've got to go to my offies. He bowled himself. Salman Ali Agha, and he's bowling Saim Ayub now. Happy to see that Janit Lianage comes in, because he might be able to go back to Nawaz at some point. 11 done, 98 for 3, clawing back. It just goes too early on this. It's into the pitch. He expects it to come through quickly, and what he's trying to do is get that behind. But on a slow one where it might be just a touch sticky, you've got to pay special care to that let it come. picks out backward point.
Kwame Amangwa said that Salman Ali Agha will have the option of bringing Mohammad Nawaz back, and he is back. Spinners tonight. Look at the grouping. There's been a bit of a right hand, left hand, but predominantly spinners have bowled to the left-handers up until Kusal Pereira got out. Once again, just in the air. But his timing is very good. Up and over, and also brings up the 100 for Sri Lanka.
Great skills from Mishara, who's got the pace of this pitch. Doesn't look to overhit that. Picks the gap, times it, and then gets it away. 4 runs, nobody in the open spaces there. And instead of looking leg side with the turn, happy to keep his options open. On 41 now, so accustomed to the pace of the pitch, or lack of pace thereof.
Just look at the way the surface is played. The slower the spinners have bowled it just gripped and turned. Example of that, the wicket of Kusal Pereira just held up in the surface. Hit it in front of square as well. A variation in pace. Eventually turn into how much the ball turns here on the surface. 3 games on it already.
I wonder if there was just a discussion, I don't know if you heard it, about short mid-wicket and whatever, Nawaz and Salman. He'd want to leave it open to the right-hander, invite him into there.
Well, you're all invited. It is tomorrow, the 28th of November. Nilofer on screens. Combination and a partnership that has worked brilliantly and is going to be in action once again. Fawad Khan and Myra Khan on screens. Get your tickets now.
Yep, needs to use all of his skills here, Nawaz, because Mishara is after him. He's going to try and put him under pressure, and he has to, for the team, for himself, keep the board going. His matchup, so as to ensure that he dominates this battle. And Nawaz is just trying to get him off strike each time.
Into that open leg side. And no fielder inside the ring in front of square on the leg side. All Lianagi has to do is just drop it there, and there is a single available. So the boundary on the very first ball, followed up by 4 singles.
They'll also be doing their own assessment, the Pakistanis, as they go about this, in terms of where the score is with regard to getting to par or above par.
Catches the call. Slightly uppish once again. And Mohammad Wasim Jr. will do the clean-up job on the boundary. So good over for Sri Lanka. 10 off it. 108 for 3.
Just manages to keep control. Enough to get it away from that fielder. Just bounces up on him. A little higher than he expects. And somewhat forces it in front. Probably the benefits of having been out there for the 31 balls he's faced.
Sri Lanka 108 for 3 in 12 overs. And the rate, which is 9 runs in over, they should look to get north of 107, 175. At the toss, as Dasan Shanuka said, 150, 160. Looks a better surface in that. Short selection has been good, but there is also assistance for the spinners. Home safely. to re-bowl that. Saim Ayub just losing the radar, looking to fire that one in. 100 Ks that previous delivery.
I think he thought he was coming at him. And he thought, I'll get you down the leg side. Keeper did well to get it, actually, in the end.
Couple of runs into the big open spaces. Mishara playing a really good hand, 47. Well, Tapal tea will always help in cold conditions here in Rawalpindi. Tapal Tea Lounge. Pakistani cricket fans enjoying Pakistan's finest. Very good. Running the first one hard, always looking to put pressure on the fielders.
Enjoyed the way he's played Mishara. Kind of played a bit like he's a basher, but today there's been a bit of touch to the way he's gone about things, working singles.
Up in the air and all the way. That is a glorious hit to bring up the second T20 I-50 for Kamil Mishara. And it is a knock that has held great value for Sri Lanka tonight.
Really well played from Kamil Mishara. Overpitched, sees it, and bang, away it goes. No hesitation whatsoever, fully committed, and puts it away, showing the other side of his game.
Follows up with a single. The maneuverability with the bat, the angles he's created, looking to play the ball late, opens the bat face. Along with the 5 fours and the 2 sixes, has been a very good knock.
Yeah, just at the start, he felt that he might have just relinquished the role of smashing it away to Pathum Nissanka, and I think that helped him, because he was then controlling his shots and not looking to be the aggressor. And because of that, kind of worked his way into the innings. And he's got going now, and he's going great guns. 122 for 3.
Also, after Nissanka got out, Kusal Mendes came in and took that role. Got very quick runs, took the attack on to the seamers in that first phase. All of that allowing Kamil Mishara to settle in. And settle in really well tonight so far. .122 for 3. Kamil Mishara leading the way for Sri Lanka. 56 of 35. Brought up his second T20 half century in the previous over. 7 bowlers used tonight. Fahim Ashraf now in for his second. Ian Ramiz did that pitch report. You showed the amount of deviation off the surface, and more importantly off that length. Fahim Ashraf is the sort of the bowler, he normally bowls cross seam, likes to roll his fingers over. Those kind of conditions might actually suit him.
Yeah, he's got to first hit that length. There's a particular area where there are quite a few of those cracks, and it's being used again this pitch. And in the previous game, hitting a particular length made it difficult. But one side was able to hit the area more regularly. And tonight there's also been another one of those stories. Nice shot. Oh, playing beautifully. Have a look at the control. He's not trying to whack that. He's just helped it on its way. Talking about areas, good length area. A 4 to 6 meters, and actually further away from the stumps than that, sort of in the 5 to 6 areas where you want to be.
At the moment, Kamil Mishara seems to have an answer to everything. The previous delivery, the first two have been slow ones. Not looking to overhit any delivery. On-pace deliveries also being timed. Great partnership as well. Now building 30 of 18 between the two.
He just hasn't found his radar today. I'm talking about groupings, and you're talking about sort of changing things up. But on a pitch where you've already got enough, you don't need to. There's a consistency that's required. And he hasn't been today. He's been kind of wide and too full and then too short. Everything sort of, I remember one ball going into the area actually. There's another, that's not too far off.
Always a 100% confidence moment without any dandruff. Hello, hair. Yeah, with the amount of assistance in the surface, come back to the fundamentals, keep it simple. Hammer down on that length, keep the stumps in play. Change of pace. Talking about seamers pitch map, we saw what worked for Sri Lanka versus Zimbabwe a couple of nights ago. Look at where Pakistan is, all over the shop. They've been short. They haven't really hit that 6 to 8 meter length, but also been very wide.
Yeah, just missed it short. And I think it's in an effort to hit it. And sometimes in trying to hit the pitch, you drag too short. And it then allows opportunities to score for your opposition, and that's what's happened here, and Sri Lanka have taken those. 129 for 3.
Six overs for Sri Lanka to put up a score. Sitting very good at 129 for 3. Kamil Mishara stayed out there. Going at over 9 runs in over. Sri Lanka are set for a big total here. It's been a hit and miss in terms of a bowling package for Pakistan. Abrar has been more on the hit side for Pakistan. A couple of overs, picked up the 1 wicket, that of Kusal Mendes as well. Bit of air then, Pommy.
Air out the ball.
Yeah, shocked a little bit, the batsman. Just hear the discussion from behind the stumps. He's looking to throw it wider. Feels set for that purpose as well.
Intensity is something I was kind of looking to watch tonight. One from Sri Lanka because of do or die game the game before, and so having to raise themselves once again today. But then also from a Pakistan perspective, who have qualified, and this game is basically a free hit for them. Doesn't matter, they're not affected. And certainly not tonight. Yeah, and I'd say they're not quite there. Just each bowler sort of turn up and not quite starting the way they normally do. Oh, Vigatel mobile selfie moment. You love a selfie, don't you?
Got me confused with my friend friend who's missing in action. Zainab Abbas. It's an art for me, taking the correct selfie. What a shot. What a shot. Very quick to bounce onto the back foot. But then once again, the timing of the bat has been impeccable. And it is all very good cricketing shots. Watch this. That is very good.
Yeah, I'll go back to that word control. And you watch him as he hits the ball. On just about all his shots tonight, you couldn't accuse him of trying to overhit. They'll be proud of him. In Colombo, the nondescripts, he'll be very happy with what he's doing here. Nishara, 65 from 43. Popular club. One of the best, I'm told, by a certain gentleman at the back of the box.
And you'll hear from him shortly as well. The gentleman in the back of the box. 15 done, 137 for 3. Kamil Mishara. Excellent control, poise, and the way he's timed the ball. He's played all around the ground. His second international T20I 50. And it's come at a very good time for Sri Lanka in a must-win game. Big shots, ran well between the wickets. And the timing of the bat has been sublime to watch. A shot of the day so far, and he's still out there for Sri Lanka.
Kamil Mishara, 5 overs to go. What a different knock. He's gone along nicely, as Uruj and Pommy were saying.
Oh, narrowly missed the stumps. It's about getting the control back as far as Pakistan are concerned, but Sri Lankans are beautifully set up to get a 180 here.
And these are good signs, though. The slow balls, change of pace, gripping somewhat. Last 5 overs, 10 and over, 187. That will be a very good score on this pitch. Well placed to get there. Now Mishara, he's brought a balance, not only trying to hit the ball hard, but hitting the gaps has been the difference.
Yeah, that's a good shot. Read the pace on that one very cleverly. And Fahim Ashraf has been of late about variation, about slackening the pace and changing and altering the length. This was beautifully read by the bowler. The off-cutter put away for 4.
Was boundary for Lian again. Mishara striking it so well. Probably might think last few overs, go for boundaries, go for the big shots. But I would think, get Mishara on strike because he's in such good touch. Don't leave him at the non-strikers end. Get him to strike.
Well, that hardly bounced. Slower than the slow. And we've got to look at Fahim Ashraf, what he has produced. The analysis there, change of pace, the length to go with variations. And when you're looking to hit the ball hard, I think change of pace is the way to go. The slow pace can get you out of trouble. Talking to the coach after the drinks break, just trying to set the compass back. Another play and a miss.
That's my point. No dot balls. Just get off strike. Fielders are sitting on the circle. Every ball is a single. You've already got a boundary. A runner ball gets you 8, 9, and you're on your way rather than inviting pressure here.
Wickets in hand, and that will work well for Sri Lanka. Moving forward in the last 5 overs of the innings. Pakistan being pushed back. Fielders coming from the edge of the ring. While there's a lot of action on the field, there's action off the field as well. Where the rightful garam garam chai. Tapal tea moment.
Best thing to have on a cold, cold evening. Single digits the temperature. It will cool down further.
Big shot. Is it a big shot? That's dropped. It is dropped. Salman Ali Agha is usually a safe fielder. Had to run towards his left and he has grasped it. And that could be costly for Pakistan. 144 for 3.
In a slower delivery into the pitch. Looked like he got it into the gap, but Salman Ali Agha did brilliantly well to run across. Did so well to get himself into that position and spills his lollies. That was Mishara. Mishara is the man who's controlling this innings.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be a wonderful night for the fans moving forward in this contest. Pakistan is being challenged here first with the ball, and I'm sure Sri Lanka will feel that they've got a very good chance of winning this contest, this all-important contest. They win this, they're through to the final. Abrar to bowl his last over. The ball has skidded off the surface quite nicely onto the bat. This should have been held because he made all the work really to get around that one, and somehow I think it's a cold night, cold evening, and so they're using the hand warmers, but it's just not usual for even the Pakistanis. That's a flick for 6. That's gone all the way, I think. 50 partnership comes up as a result of that thunderous blow.
150 on the board as well. What a tremendous hit. That's gone a long way. The crack of the whip. Well, he dropped him just now. The next one goes for a 90-meter 6. Kamil Mishara. Well, if Sri Lanka looking for a new hero, here's one.
That's his highest in T20Is, Mishara. 75 of 46. Not only holding this innings together, but now you see the pace being generated as well. Right, yeah, you got to be careful. That is excellent thinking from the Sri Lankan player. It was Mohammad Wasim, and we know that he's got a rocket arm. So, well thought out.
I think it was the keeper's fault. On the stump mic, you could hear him egging Wasim on, and that's what switched the batsman's mind on to who the fielder was.
That's good batting. If you can't hit a 4, make sure that the strike is handed back to Mishara. Yeah, flicker-free moment for some of the fans. Download the app and get the insurance you need on your fingertips. Slow ball, that's got up in the air. Mohammad Wasim doesn't drop it. Abrar has struck and he's removed a very important player for the Sri Lankans, because Mishara was going great and absolutely got out at the wrong time.
Sure is the wrong time. It's a length that he does like. It's a length that he's put away very nicely. But Abrar has bowled this so slow that he just couldn't get his timing right. But he's played his part. Kamil Mishara, brilliant 76. Sri Lanka 153 for 4.
He's a neat striker as well, Sri Lankan skipper. They need a very meaty innings here from him on strike. Oh, was that an inside edge on that one? Wrong gun, not red. 153 for 4.
Well, he's done his bit abroad. He's bowled out 2 for 28. Could have easily been a third. Dasun Shanaka. Probably for the second time against Pakistan. Could have been dismissed for a first ball duck.
This is going to be a crucial bowling spell from Wasim Jr. Pakistan looking to limit Sri Lanka's excess to less than 180. 2 overs, none for 20 has been rather expensive. Fahim has gone round the park as well. 3 overs, none for 30. You see this now from Pakistan. They'll alter the pace, change the pace, and not give anything to the batsmen really to handle themselves properly. No seam up, it seems. Was there an inside edge? The wrong and not picked. Near the stumps, that delivery, but not an inside edge, I think. That's lifted for a run over the infield. What did the ultra edge suggest? Ultra edge doesn't move.
From here, at least a 180, 185 is what's ideal. With 6 wickets in hand. Been going along nicely. Lianage still to find his timing. Shanaka, well, he's the key. He's in at the right time.
Need 1 over, 1 good over for 15. Pace on and nicely played away for a run.
First 2 balls were slow balls. Super soft. Super soft.
Clean, super soft, cleans like a dream.
Say it cleanly as well. Clean. Premium detergent powder. Well, he bowled a quicker one to Shanaka, who's new at the crease. But the batter who's been there, change of pace.
Inside edge, that'll do it nicely. Runs and hits the fence. Inside edge, did the job.
Yeah, relief for Sri Lanka. But it's so strange that each time there's extra pace on offer, either via the middle of the bat or an edge, it seems to be finding the boundary.
That's the advantage of having 6 wickets in the tank, because you can go out there and feel free to hit everything out of the park. I'm sure he'll go again. Lianage. Yeah, no timing on that one. Once again, no pace on the ball.
Pawan Ratnayaka, Hasaranga to come. I would have Hasaranga coming in next. Senior man who can strike it well. Pawan Ratnayaka playing his second T20 internationals, but didn't get a hit the other day because of the brilliance of Pathum Nissanka. Yep, it's Hasaranga who will probably come in next.
Yeah, pace on, misses the ball. Ends on a good ball, 160 for 4. Much better performance from Sri Lanka in this all-important contest. And not losing wickets was the real deal, especially in the middle phase of the innings. Now they have the advantage. 160 for the loss of 4. Salman Mirza coming on to bowl. He's bowled well, 1 for 18. Only a single down the ground.
They played spin better, Ramesh. That's the difference. They played spin a lot better. Over number 6, that's the power play, 58 for none. The next 6 overs was the key, where they've always been losing their way. They scored 50, lost 2 wickets, but going at 8.5 at that period, you take that. You're happy with it. Now it's about the flurry. 3 overs, 24. In the last few overs, you'd like that to be at least 10, 11 and over.
Oh, that's gone. Up in the air for 6. Beautifully timed. It wasn't such a bad ball, but made into 1 because of that wonderful power. Hitting it off the back foot. I initially thought that he got cramped just a little bit, but look at that shot. Powered over the row for 6.
The noise of the bat made me feel that he hadn't got the timing either. But that's right off the middle. Mirza's first 3 overs, brilliant. Slower ball doing the trick, but this time it goes for 6.
Big shot down the ground on the bounce to the fielder at long on. I thought Mishara was the key for them doing so well in the middle phase of the innings, because he was striking the ball so well. It was an intelligent innings also. He didn't get out and played spin very nicely. At the toss, Shanaka did mention a score of around 160. Well, it's gone over 160. It may end up to be a 180 score. That will definitely test Pakistan with the bat if they get 180.
At least a couple. But for Pakistan's point of view, Ramesh, 180, 185, even if they concede, I think it's a good thing. Test themselves in a chase, a good chase. But they got nothing to lose in this particular scenario. They're in the finals already. It's about working more on roles, confidence, and they really haven't been challenged in this tournament so far.
I think if Sri Lanka win today, there'll be a handful in the final also, because they will then have the flow and rhythm. And it's such an important game in so many ways for them. And a knockout game will have its own impact, its own mechanics. That's a lot better. That last ball, the Yorker, fired just a little bit wider.
Seven balls remaining. I think this ball's a free hit. Lianage has to find the boundary. He's going at just over a runner ball and managed to find the boundary on 2 occasions. One was a bottom edge.
Played away on the bounce to the fielder, only be a single. Ideally, Shanaka should have been on strike, not to be. Last 6 balls of the innings to come 171 for 4. It's a good, decent crowd for tonight's game. Yeah, they had to run. They had to run. Oh, he misses the stumps. Wasim Jr. trying to hit the stumps just a little too hard. Importantly, strike is with Shanaka.
Probably a wide. I was initially thinking Lianage went across, but Not really. That's when the bowler gets the margin of that wide line moving way across. All three to aim at Wasim.
Here we go then. Wait for the action. Here it comes. Oh, it's hit him on the throat. Trying a ramp shot, and that must have hurt him. Probably caught his collarbone, I'm not too sure, but aid is in.
One thing's for sure, he's never gonna try a ramp ever again. He's got it straight onto his throat. Both fielders behind square. Oh, God. I'm surprised he's still standing there, because this is Wasim Jr. bowling at 140 plus.
I think the shot was definitely on. It's inquiring about his health, and so it allowed a little bit of time for Pakistan to get into a small little huddle. Clarity is what is needed at this stage for a bowler. So you've got to really, when you're at top of your mark, you've got to really then decide what you want to bowl. You can't change the delivery, the length halfway through. So it's important that Wasim Jr. is clear in his head what he wants to bowl. Full toss, belted down the ground. He'll make it to the fence. That's such a good shot.
Similar delivery he tried, that ramp. And a Shanaka, especially when he's strong down the ground like this, better off backing himself there. 140 plus again from Wasim. One bounce for 4.
Goes wider of the stumps, tries to bowl a cutter. It's been wided by the umpire, so it's not his natural go-to delivery. Wasim Jr. at times struggles with variations. His best ball is the Yorker at pace. Undone by this good hitting from Shanaka on 12. 3 balls left in the innings, and Sri Lanka will be pretty happy with how they've marched on in this innings.
Square leg in the circle and long off sneaks out.
Oh, that's slashed. That's hammered for 4. Great timing from the right-hander. Captain is playing a brilliant innings here. What a shot that was.
He probably couldn't give this delivery pace because of the change in the field, and I think Shanaka knew that. Waited. Wide-ish third man and deep extra cover. He got the length. Massive 2 balls remaining in the innings.
Sri Lanka 181 and counting. Oh, that's another wide. He's obviously under pressure here, just trying to keep the ball away from batsman's reach. Shanaka playing a very fine innings there, 16 of 8. And the crowds have gone just a little bit quiet.
Well, let them know that if Pakistan chase this down, they're having a fabulous evening.
Yeah, this is what he wanted. Finally gets it right. Yorker at a wider angle.
Since the 15th over, that's the last 5 overs. 45 runs have been scored by Sri Lanka. If they break this innings down, that's where they'll feel they could have done a little bit better. Way too many dot balls. 55, 60 would have been fabulous. Last ball then, Shanaka on strike.
Oh, he'll have to reload again, and so trying to find out how good he is under pressure. And so think tank, I'm sure, will have a word with Wasim Jr. because with World Cup round the corner, if he's to be used in the last part of the bowling innings, then he's got to buckle up and be just a little bit more smarter than this. None for 38 he is in 3.5. Miscue. Liange wants 2, and Babar Azam throws the ball at the keeper's end. It's a run out. But Sri Lanka would be very happy with the end result because this is such a good total for Pakistan to be challenged. 184 for the loss of 5 now in 20 overs, with Shanaka playing a blinder. 17 he got in no time, and they had to take this impossible second, and well, there was a massive communication gap. Liange was keen, captain wasn't, and so he's run out. And so Sri Lanka, when it matters most, have got runs on the board. 184 for the loss of 5.
I think it's Lianage who's run out, but he did the right thing. Try and get every extra run. Shanaka initially wanted it, then he bailed out, but he's played wonderfully well though. Good end to Pakistan. 13 runs off that last over. 3 wides from Wasim if you want to be critical of him. But otherwise, the last 5 overs, I think Pakistan have done really well. 47 only conceded. When teams have wickets in hand, you generally go for a lot more. This is to make out who's been run out. Oh, it's Shanaka.
I don't know why he didn't run for that second run, Sri Lankan skipper. He just froze. The intention was, when he was taking the first run, that he would chance his luck and come back for the second. Not to be, but anyway, Sri Lankans have got runs on the board, and it's Pakistan who will have to bat well to win this contest. If they win, Sri Lankans are out of this Tri-Nations final. But right now, it's Sri Lanka. They've done the homework, the hard work, with Mishara leading them with a scintillating 76. Liange 24 of 24, and Shanaka there in the end with a cameo, 17 of 10.
Played the spinners a lot better. Sri Lanka, Nawaz wicketless and only 2 overs. Abrar as usual, 2 for 28. Mirza's first spell was outstanding. He picked up a wicket, and so did Saim Ayub.
Right, Sikandar is Mishara with him.
Thank you so much. We got Kamil Mishara here. Mishara, your knock, absolutely amazing, especially when you lost Gautam Nissanka early. Just run us through, what was your plan?
I was thinking to play just my normal game, so I was going to build my innings with the team want. So yeah.
You've been playing a lot of games on the other pitch. Now, how did you find this one? Was it any different, keeping your batting and the style in mind?
I've just normally play game normal, so a little bit calm, yeah.
All right, looking at the score, your captain mentioned at the toss that maybe 150, 160 is really a good score out here. So I guess you'll be pretty happy with that 24-run cushion.
Obviously, yes, because our bowling attempt was brilliant in the last game, so yeah.
Well, enjoyed your batting and good luck with the rest of the game.
Thanks so much.
Played really well, held the innings together and gave them the injection of speed as well. Right, then target for Pakistan is 185 in 20 overs at 9.25 RPO. Should be an excellent run chase this.
Sri Lanka set into bat and they produced the goods today. Mishara leading the fight with 76 of 48. Mendes with 40 of 23. And it was Shanaka at the back end, 17 of 10. And Leon get 184 they got. Mirza 1 for 29. Salman bowled just a 1-0, went for 8. It was Saim Ayub with the wicket. But the star of the show, Abrar, 4 overs, 2 for 28. Started off with a lovely straight drive to the fence. There was a lot of positive attacking shots being played. The slow one from Salman Mirza, dismissed Nissanka. Mishara, who took it on the power play. Mendes and Mishara really took the bowlers to task, especially Mendes. Found a liking through the offside, and then his signature shot, which is that pull shot, that was slightly mistimed. That also went to the fence, but anything back of a length was disappearing. And then the spin came back because positivity continued. Massive hit of Nawaz from Mishara, and Abrar then found his way, as he does, to Pakistan. Short ball was hit straight to point. Nawaz took the catch and Pakistan got a few wickets, but really it was Mishara who made sure that Sri Lanka didn't falter in those middle overs. Got to his 50 with a magnificent 6. Innovation at the back end. It was hit down to long on and dropped by Captain Salman Ali Agha. Reverse hit. Struck extremely well. And Abrar slowing it up. And it was Mohammad Wasim with the catch. Abrar again, very good with the ball. Chanaka with the maximum and a hit down the ground. And made sure that Sri Lanka breached 180. Last ball, a run out, but you can expect that when you're looking for another single. But anyway, that was a much improved batting performance from Sri Lanka. Pakistan will require 185. As we know, it is a must-win game for Sri Lanka. If they lose this, it will be a Pakistan-Zimbabwe final. Sri Lanka up front, they'll hope for a bit of swing. We've seen in the second innings, bounce and swing. If you get it right, have braved traffic, braved the weather, and they've turned out in numbers. We expect another almost full house for the final, but they're gearing up for that. Hassan Raza and Faisal Khan Afridi make their way in. Sabzada Farhan, who's the boundary hitter up top. Pakistan won't want to lose a game. It's been a performance where they've been able to win consecutively in T20Is, and they want to repeat that performance and make sure they go into the final undefeated. Well, Sri Lanka, this is their 20 overs to make it count. If they don't make it count, then that's it for them in the tri-series. But final words from Shanaka, the plans would have been sorted out. Now the execution has to be perfect, because Pakistan will fancy their chances. It's quite a good batting wicket. The ball has come on to the bat, so it won't be that simple for Sri Lanka. They got runs on the board, but it's not a kind of total which you think is not chaseable. We saw a couple of nights ago, it was Sri Lanka who chased down very comfortably, and if there's a little bit of dew, might just slicken the pitch. Chanaka needs to lead his side well, and he knows that it's one final time, and he really needs his team to stand up, and that'll be a great practice to go into the final, winning back-to-back games. Ruj Mumtaz with me. So you expect this to be quite
and the talking point throughout this tri-series has been the typical Rawalpindi surface or not, but this one's played really well. There was a little bit of hold when the spinners, in particular Abrar and Saim, bowled slower through the air. Brings in Hasaranga and Tikshana, who will be very key. Pakistan, they've got a few men in form. Especially the man on screen, Sajada Farhan. He's got a couple of 50s in the tournament. He's got a partner at the other end who also is a very good striker of the ball. And if the two of them get on their merry way and make use of the power play up front, Saim Ayub and Sajada Farhan, this total on this particular surface definitely chaseable. That's why the game for Sri Lanka and a do or die will do them two favors in terms of confidence, back-to-back victories, an important one to make it to the final. And also a lot of their men coming into form at right at the time they require.
Tikshana got a couple of wickets in the previous game. He'll be key up front. First delivery, Saibzada Farhan on strike. A little bit of swing that he does get with the new ball.
He was the one who set the tone for Sri Lanka a couple of days ago against Zimbabwe. Tikshana picked up the opener, in fact, both openers in that game. Bowled quicker through the air, the natural angle. Zimbabwe batters could not pick him in terms of which way the ball was going to turn.
Pulled away impressively, straight to the fence. Saim gets off the mark with a boundary.
Just there, that shot, that ball, an affirmation on the surface being a good one. It is a touch short. It's the one that turns into the left-hander. Saim very quick to pounce on the length. Hits it way in front of square, off the mark with a boundary.
Full this time, the drift away from Saim. But Sri Lanka want a good power play. They don't want to concede too many. And a side who haven't played T20 cricket too well in the recent past. So need to get off to a start with the ball. Doesn't get it through.
Sri Lanka, bowling performance in their previous game was also good, restricting Zimbabwe to a subpar total, but their batting came good. Now the first half of this game, batting's done its job. Dasan Shanaka at the toss has repeatedly said areas of improvement, all three facets. I'd like to repeat the performance with the ball. Put the home side, which is on a running form in terms of 5 games, just under a touch of pressure.
Doesn't get it through either. There's a little hesitation. It was hit hard. Didn't get it through. Saim wanted the single. Saibzada Farhan, well, he wasn't having any of it. Loud call. 3 times he said no. And in the end, it was suffice. Saim, the disappointment of missing out twice. 2 deliveries on the offside. Normally very good through the offside, but he's hit the field. This time again, brilliant stop. He thought it was through, but not so. First over done, 6 without loss. Top of the pile, Saibzada Farhan. Had a wonderful series. Boundary hitter. 2 Zimbabwe players, Sikandar Raza, Brian Bennett, Ryan Burl, and then Pathum Nissanka. At 160 runs so far for Farhan. It is going to be Shanaka. He bowled with the new ball in the previous game. Keeper standing up. Just something slipped out, but Farhan is a boundary hitter, and we know he's very good with that leg side pull shot or the slog sweep, but he's hit down the ground and stood tall. Does hit the ball hard, so you expect him to hit in front of the wicket rather than behind. Doesn't get it through the offside. Few drives that he's played, not got a lot of result.
Make that 3 now, right out of the meat of the bat. Timing very good. On all 3 occasions, Saim Ayub has found the fielder. He's the sort of player that he'll continue to play his strokes. More of timing, more of placement with Saim Ayub as opposed to Saibzada Farhan. And what this combination does for Pakistan is dovetails very nicely within the way the two of them approach. Yes, they're always looking to put the pressure onto the bowler. They will all both play their shots. And right-hand combination in the area. And the target just make it a touch difficult for the bowling side to settle.
Oh, beats him. That was so close. Change of pace. Saim Ayub trying to whip it leg side.
Well, this is a peach. An absolute peach, and marginally away from clipping the stumps. That is a beauty of a delivery. It's a touch slow through the air. Dasan Shanaka, the skipper, followed up.
Works it away leg side. First 3 deliveries, just a 1 run. Shanaka has been good in this over. Bank Kalfala with its 1100 plus branches. Open your current account from your nearest branch to enjoy various free services. Earn Orbit rewards by maintaining and growing your balance. Right now, Sri Lanka banking on Shanaka to provide a wicket up front. Now with Saibzada Farhan, deep square leg and a long on. Does Shanaka give him pace or not? It's tight lines.
Look at the way Saibzada Farhan bats, and you saw in that wagon wheel as well, sitting right on top of the charts in terms of the most runs scored in this tournament. Yes, he's very good down the ground, but it's not conventional in terms of coming onto the front foot and using the vertical bat face. Even when he's hitting the ball down the ground, he's still hanging onto the back foot. It's more of a horizontal shot or a horizontal bang down the ground. His numbers through the series.
Backs away, gets it through the offside. Only just, but doesn't matter. Boundary.
He can afford to smile now because that ball has found the fence. Moved early, gave himself room on the offside to open up the offside. But look how close this is. Not as much as we thought, Baz. The bowler seemed to feel it was far more close than what it was. Very good time stroke in the end. Maybe that's why Saibzada Farhan has got a bit of a chuckle. He's not quite sure why Dasun Shanaka thought that was close.
Slower, but doesn't matter. It's been thumped away past extra. Back-to-back boundaries to end the second 15 without loss.
That is absolutely crunched through the offside. It is almost a floater, a full-pitched floater. And he gives it a real tonk, this Saibzada Farhan. Two really good strokes to close the over out. Pakistan looking good so far.
And Sri Lanka in need of a wicket. Yes, it is only 15 without loss. And Pakistan do bat deep. And the power play is so important to set the game up. Nishana round the wicket to Saim Ayub. Backs away almost. That's just bounced over the stumps.
This is a lovely competition between bat and ball. Living dangerously here, Saim Ayub gives himself way too much room. He's almost gone so far behind. A bounce of Tikshana has just saved Saim Ayub there.
This time over the top. He had enough of driving it to the field, so he's taken the aerial route.
A quicker delivery and Saim Ayub stands his ground here. From 90 Ks, he goes up to 101 Ks, and Saim Ayub, with the pace on delivery, hits it through the line. The surface is very good, which is just allowing the batters to play their strokes. That has just called for a mini meeting between the top heads of the Sri Lankan contingent. Kusal Mendes is in there as well, Dasun Shanaka. What do they come up with? And remember, yes, they've got the runs. Pakistan require north of 9 runs and over. But if the surface continues to play the way it has, Sri Lanka need to impact the game now in the power play.
This time gets it through the offside. He's had a few tries, one over the top. This one pierces the gap between extra and mid-off.
Last 5 deliveries, 16 runs. A couple of boundaries to close Dasun Shanaka's over out. And now back-to-back boundaries to Tikshana from Saim Ayub. Once again over-pitched with on offer. He's hit a few fielders there on a few occasions. This time finds a gap.
Leg side. 3 and 3. The sweep shot now.
Make that 20 runs in the last 6 deliveries. 5 boundaries now. 3 on the bounce here. And all in 3 very different directions. Pakistan well and truly in control, and Saim Ayub showing his full array of shots. I just feel with Sri Lanka, it's been a hit and miss with the length. Either it's been too short or too full. There hasn't been consistent pressure in terms of that length, that good length in line with the stumps. And because of that, man on screen has found it very difficult. Now a fielder drops to deep backward square. Protection is now square of the wicket on the leg side.
Quicker, flatter, and just a single. These boundaries really enjoyed by the crowd and by the Pakistan squad. First one over the top. Second one piercing the field, went slightly wider, then into the pitch, but nothing really in terms of being able to stop those boundaries now. Yes, Pakistan squad, the crowd enjoying this. And also Zimbabwe squad probably sitting in their hotel watching the TV, enjoying this so far. 28 without loss. .184 Sri Lanka got, courtesy 76 from Mishara. And Pakistan off to a very decent start. 3 overs for 28. Shanaka has gone to pace. Amira has got some wheels about him. Can he get a wicket? They need wickets up front. Ayub, well, he's found a little bit of rhythm to his batting. Hasn't had a great try series. Swing and a miss.
I just feel the surface will suit Dushmanta Chamira. We've seen the natural variations, whether those cracks do come into play and play the same they did a couple of days ago. But he's got the pace. I found a really good length a couple of days ago as well, Dushmanta Chamira, with Ishan Malinga against Zimbabwe. And the added advantage of pace and the bounce he generates.
Punch down the ground, just for a single. Now there's always time for a Vigotel mobile selfie moment. As soon as the camera is out, the smiles come out too. Deep square leg and a long on. Nobody back on the offside, so might be Farhan backing away as you saw in the previous over, but Chamira has got some pace about him. A slow one, all the pace off. Slightly cold. Babar feeling it. Salman Ali Agha, hands in the pockets. That's the best way to deal with it. Sitting in a dugout, have some tea. Even the cameraman, don't concentrate on the game, have some tea. Another slow one, chance and taken, pace off. And Chamira gets the first wicket.
And this is really good from Dushmanta Chamira. Just a change of pace. Not having a second gear here, Sahibzada Farhan going through with the shot. It is a lovely delivery. He's been outfoxed. And he gets it spot on with the length as well. Simple catch into the offside. Dushmanta Chamira celebrates. Big wicket, really big in the context of the game. Sahibzada Farhan only manages 9 tonight. Pakistan 29 for 1.
Babar Azam walks in and the Rawalpindi crowd, as usual, chanting his name. Chamira. Expectation whenever Babar does walk in, but the slow one worked.
And worked really well, primarily because he found the length. It was the length and the line that did not allow Saibzada Farhan to adjust to the shot. And he's gone through with the change of pace. A significant one, dropped it right down to 117 Ks. Normally around 140 clicks. That previous delivery 142 to Babar.
Oh, straight, and it's gone. Playing across the line. Edson Rosa says out. Huge wicket. Babar just trudges off. He goes without scoring.
What an over, what a wicket, and what a delivery this from Dushmanta Chamira. What a way to back up that delivery from Saibzada Farhan. This is full, this is quick. Just jags back. And he's trapped right in front is Babar Azam. Wrapped around on his pads. And it's a knot he'll want to forget. Pakistan 29 for 2.
What? No.
Captain Salman Ali Agha walks in at number 4. Sri Lanka and Chamira with a couple of wickets in the over. And suddenly the power play shifts towards Sri Lanka. They needed wickets. Brought in Chamira. Got one with a slow one. The other huge wicket. Babar just lasted a couple of deliveries. Now back to pace. Malinga. Bowled well against Zimbabwe a couple of nights ago. He needs to repeat that performance. Get the ball to swing. Down to third. Chance! Oh! A direct hit. And suddenly, this game has feeling to it.
Absolute chaos in the middle. The captain would have found himself returning in that very same direction had that ball hit. A little bit of confusion, a couple of wickets. Suddenly find Pakistan camp, a slight amount of jitters. 30 for 2 in the 4.1 over so far. And the captain out there who's looking for runs. He could do with a few runs, a skipper with the bat.
Now what's the single? Quick single. This time it's much more comfortable. Yes, on the mark, off the mark. We're talking about chaos. When Babar Azam fails, you can just feel it. Crowd goes silent. Playing across the line. And Sri Lanka know what a big, huge wicket that is.
That's not the first time. It's the second time Chamira has picked him up in a similar fashion. It was bowled in that previous game. Ball just jagging back in. So Dushmanta Chamira has picked Babar Azam twice now in this series.
Oh, brilliant. Shot of a length, and that has been picked up and into the crowd.
At this point, the game seems to have everything in it. From chaos to brilliance. all in a space of a few deliveries. The pickup shot off his hips, the swivel, and the time all very good from Saim Ayub. He's raced to 27 just with the 17 deliveries, and that is the first maximum of the evening from Pakistan.
Pakistan 37. Saim has 27 of those. And now Sri Lanka want his wicket. He hit a few through the offside, but leg side is where Saim is at. Slower bouncer. He's given us wide. Interesting call. Yeah, Malinga not happy at all. It is the slow bouncer. Yeah, maybe. But he's just looking at the ball as it passes.
Marginal but fair, Baz. Just over Saim Ayub. The wicket of Saim Ayub, you mentioned rightly so, is so crucial at this point for both sides. Sri Lanka get him and they will surely be ahead. And Pakistan will want him to be out there for as long.
Got him! Inside edge onto the stumps! Sri Lanka on a roll! The wicket they needed, the wicket they got!
If there was a time for commentators' curse, well, I've landed one tonight. Importance of Saim Ayub's wicket was going to be crucial for Pakistan in terms of his batting. But Sri Lanka get the better of him. Ishan Malinga with pace, 142 Ks. And he's chopped it back onto his stumps. Sri Lanka celebrate, they're quick celebrate. And why not? They've got the home team down. 27 tonight for Saim Ayub. Pakistan in a spot of bother. 38 for 3.
Bakr Zaman. He's batting at number 5, but he walks in the power play. It's just the 5th over. Sri Lanka wanted wickets up front. Chamira with a couple in the previous over. Malinga now with the important wicket. Saim Ayub, who's looking like he had everything under control, in great form.
Yeah, pace, not the width that Saim Ayub thought he had, and he cracks it back onto his stumps.
And full toss, just punted down the ground.
As prior to Saim Ayub's wicket, we're talking about the importance of his wicket, considering Saibzada Farhan had already returned. Babar Azam's T20 form has ebbed and flowed, really hasn't found that fluency since his return. And why that all of that conversation of Saim was important, because the skipper Salman Ali Agha in the last 10 innings also hasn't scored enough. Only the 87 runs in the last 10 innings, averaging 13 strike rate under 100. So Pakistan a bit flaky in that middle order.
In the over, Pakistan after 5, 43 for 3.
Expensive over from Lingabat. He's the wicket of Ayub, who was going along so well. They just couldn't control him. He needed something like that. An inside, probably.
Sri Lanka have given themselves a very good chance there to derail Pakistan. 39 for 43 Pakistan. In a run chase of 180 plus, you need the first 6 overs to favor the batsman, to favor your tempo. Strategy, well, 3 wickets in the first 5 means that Sri Lankans are what, about 60% versus 40 Pakistan. Fakhar Zaman in the middle overs also, so remains to be seen how good he will be.
Chamira's first over. When he bowled straight, it was staying low. Farhan tried to go. There we go, straight to you bowl on a length. The chance of it staying low is there. Chamira, massive strikes.
Yeah, look, pumped up Sri Lanka. They won this. It's a must-win game for them after a very good start with the ball. That's skied up in the air. It's a toughie for the mid-on field. Is he good enough to catch this? Does it easily. The captain, Shanaka there, holding fort, maintaining calm, cool composure. And Fakhar Zaman has been dismissed.
Well, he tried to make it a first. Fakhar Zaman tried to take Dushmanta Chamir on. He has never hit a 6 against Sri Lanka, mind you. He tries. It goes over the Murray Mountains. But Dasun Shanaka was able to keep his eye on it. That's a fabulous catch because it went so high.
Also, it's a cold night, so your hands may just freeze. But he was warming up to the task of getting rid of Fakhar, who could only get one. Pakistan slumped now to 4 wickets down for 43. Been a bit of a disaster of late. 4 wickets have gone down for just 11 in 11 balls actually. Usman Khan is in, keeper batsman. Slip is in place. Sri Lanka on top here. Nicely played. Fakhar Zaman there, hoping against hope, pinning his hope for a 6, not to be.
Wow, look at how high that goes. Great camera work. They got the eye on the ball as well. Not only Dasun Shanaka. Jeez. He catches it so easily. Those are not easy on a cold night.
That is such a strong statement that has been made by the captain. They are taking a toughie and making it look so easy.
A slip in place. He looks like he's praying because of the cold for sure.
Good player against spin, Usman Khan. Right now, Pakistan in need of a partnership. In domestic cricket, when he played the PSL, he got 200s here in T20 games. He needs to kick on as well. Salman Ali Agha is short on form, but if ever there was a time to lead them from the front, it is now, right now.
There we go again. No, he's not praying. He's trying to keep them warm, blowing into those palms.
It's good aggressive stuff. 93 for 2 in 1.4 overs. It's figure-free moment. Download figure-free app and get the insurance you need on your fingertips or your arms.
The guy in brown, he jumped the gun. He beat the moment. Last ball of the power play. Sri Lanka, they couldn't have asked for more.
Required rate almost 10 now. Picks up a single, and after 6, 45 for 4.
They needed a good start because it is a big score that Pakistan are chasing. Sam Ayub played some wonderful shots. So did Farhan. Geez, when Sam Ayub gets going, he's so good to watch. Deekshana taken apart, 3 boundaries in the over, forced to go to Chamira, and straight away 2 in the over. Brilliant. And straight after, Sam Ayub going, Fakhar Zaman. Outstanding catch from Shanaka, and that was 4 for 44 in the first 6.
I took a lot of risk for Zaman, even though, you know, he likes to hit the ball hard out of the ground when he enters the crease. But looking for a mighty 6 of the 3rd ball of the innings was just a wee bit too risky. With wickets down, batting in the middle order, needed to be just a little bit more careful with the shot selection. Very few people pick up his wrong, and he's so good. Can bowl the flatter variety. He has the flighted variety as well.
Ball's been keeping low from that end. So that's another advantage for Hasaranga.
Oh, yes, close. That is extremely close. And yes, why not? Finger has gone up. It looked dead. I think he's gone for a review. If he hasn't edged it, this is absolutely dead.
TV umpire to director, we have a review for LBW. On-field decision is out. I have checked the feet. It's a fair delivery. Can we start with the front on, please? Ball is close to the bat. Let's confirm with the ultra edge, please. Thank you. Waiting for the ultra edge, guys. Yes, thank you. Ultra building up, guys. Ultra is coming up. Just keep rolling, keep rolling. Yes. Roll it back one more time, please. Now roll forward and freeze it here. Roll it back. Yes, now freeze it here. I can see the ball. I can see there is a spike when ball next to the bat. Also, there is a no gap between bat and ball. Satisfied? Faisal, you need to reverse your original decision. Stand by. You are on screen now. Make a signal, please.
Yeah, I mean, it happened so quickly. There's a slight inside edge that saved him in the end. But what a good delivery. Bowled the wrong one from closer to the stumps. It was flat and it was accurate. Got to say, saved by the bell.
Different ball game for Usman Khan, for Salman Ali Agha, Mohammad Nawaz to follow, because they've always come in and been effective, impactful on the back of top order runs. Here it's about digging yourself out of a hole. They've got to build the innings. Very different challenge.
But you want such a challenge. For a team that has been unbeaten in this Tri-Nations, you want to challenge yourself, and now's the time for Pakistan to let the opposition know how good they are. That's a lovely piece of bowling. He's attacking the stumps all the time and hoping one will stay low. In the meantime, it's Pakistan's smartest hatchback Evie in Vrexio. Charge fast, drive smart. Yeah, the leggy with a little bit of more flight. Excellent over, comes to an end, 47 for 4. Pakistan falling away. 4 wickets for 47. They need a big effort from this pair, Salman and Usman Khan. Captain has brought himself back into the attack. Good time to bowl a couple of overs. Pakistan feeling the hit, the pinch.
Yeah, get rid of the fifth bowler's overs. Dushmantha Chamira has bowled a couple, so has Teekshana. Rotating the bowlers is crucial because we've still got a lot of work to do to get over the line. They've done everything right. Sri Lanka runs on the board, early strikes.
Trying to use his feet, and length altered just when it was needed by Shanaka.
And from a batter's point of view, it's a time that they got decisions to make. Do they see Shanaka off, or do they think this is the time they try to put some pressure on Sri Lanka and turn the game back into Pakistan's favour, because you can't let the overs go by. So a lot in that mind.
Excellent bowling, excellent fielding. It's now almost 11 and over. They need big shots, and they need to be played right now.
They'll be thinking Hasaranga at the other end. He's always a handful, but here he's shown that the ball's keeping low. That's a different challenge too, a tougher one. So proper decisions, chances need to be taken.
There's cover there for that pull shot. I think Salman Ali Agha needs to improve his improvisation just a wee bit in T20 eyes. The Pal Tea Lounge, a very important corner for all the tea drinkers. Pakistan's favourite. So what he has to do is to make sure that, he plays the field rather than worrying about his form and worrying about scoring runs in his own particular way. I think he's got to survey the field, read the situation. Right now it appears as if Pakistan have been forced that panic-stricken situation by Sri Lanka. And it needs a bit of clarity out there.
Sri Lankan seamers today, their groupings have been quite good. 37% of them in that area that we've all been talking about right throughout this tournament. Lots of cracks on this pitch. Variable pace, variable bounce, a little bit of deviation puts the batters off. Sri Lanka have stayed in that zone.
Good over. No boundaries in the over, 50 for 4. 18 balls for 12 runs between Salman and Usman Khan. Nicely bowled, beautifully bowled. Not an easy customer when the charge is on. You got somebody like Hasaranga who's got wicket-taking potential. He bowls flat, doesn't get a lot of bounce. Oh, that's travelled, that's gone all the way. It made a cracking sound. Just about got it in the middle of the bat. Little bit of flight, and the ball did go a mile in the air.
Massive, massive from Usman Khan. You're right, he tossed it up. That's what he was waiting for. He's got runs here. He knows this ground really well, Usman Khan.
How many times we've seen that it at times requires only one big shot, couple of big shots to get you back on track, and so that 6 may just spur them on. They were a little hesitant, and that was a monster strike. 104 meter 6.
It just sets you free, doesn't it? Couple of hundreds here in the PSL for Usman Khan.
Yeah, plays spin well, Usman Khan. For someone who usually bats at number 3 or opens the innings, he really is a smart hitter against spin. This was absolutely bludgeoned, clubbed. That's some sky miles on it. Oh, now that is close, is it? Hitting outside the stumps maybe, but did not read the wrong one, Salman Ali Agha.
Yeah, I'm with you, slightly outside the line. Sri Lanka still discuss that. That 6, I'm reminded by my friends here that it was hit to Murray. Review taken by Shanaka.
TV umpire to director. We have a review for LBW. On-field decision is not out. I have checked the feed. It's a fair delivery. Start with the front on, please. Ball is close to the bat. Let's confirm with the ultra edge, please. Gap between bat and ball. Flat line when ball next to the bat. Roll it through the pad. Satisfied? No bat involved. You can move on to ball tracking when it's ready, please. Original decision not out. Pitching outside off. Impact outside. Faisal, you can stay with your original decision. Stand by. You're on screen now. Make a signal, please.
Yeah, it's always going to be 50-50, but Sri Lanka felt that if they have an outside chance of getting rid of Salman Ali Agha, might as well take it.
Just didn't look right. Well, the way he's approaching, just prodding and lunging, might as well keep him out there. From Sri Lanka's point of view.
Nicely played, well fielded. Sri Lankans look extremely sharp in the field. It's been good going for them with the ball. 60 for 4. From 12, he's on strike, Salman Ali Agha. Yeah, more like it. You've got to do that. Take a little bit of risk. Ramped for a run.
Get off strike. That's all you need to do, because Usman Khan seems to be the man who can make a difference here. Side of the bat, the edge. Salman Ali Agha. Required rate 11.5, rising rapidly.
It's a wide, a marginal. But the idea wasn't a great one from Usman Khan, trying to work it towards mid-wicket. It's a wide delivery outside the off-stump.
Third over for Shanaka. Great time to get rid of those. Good crowd in, almost a full stadium here, braving the cold, supporting the home team.
Excellent defensive bowling from Shanaka. Piling on the pressure. 121 of 63 balls. They need some magic from either Salman or Usman Khan.
Mohammad Nawaz is in great form, great striking power too, but you'd ideally need this partnership to get the required runs to about 80.
Nice, very nice. We'll find the gap, we'll find the fence. Lovely piece of timing from Usman Khan.
Great awareness, great skill as well. No pace to work with. Skips towards the leg side because he knows that's the boundary. That's the area that he can target.
Just 8 fours and 2 sixes. Only be a single. Sri Lankans are absolutely charged up in the field. Hello here. The anti-dandruff shampoo. 100% confidence with dandruff-free hair. They've allowed Shanaka to bowl. Almost 3 overs, none for 21. He should have gone for a lot more than just 21. Running hard, but only be a single. So Sri Lankans maintaining their presence on the field with the ball. Has been an excellent run for them in the first 10. Pakistan 70 for the loss of 4. We'll have a little break for drinks.
Welcome back to the Rawalpindi Cricket Stadium, and the match tied up quite nicely. Pakistan required 115 off 60. They've lost the 4 wickets. This is the fashion in which they fend. Hassan Shanaga's men have come out after the first couple of overs went for runs. It was Dushmantha Chamira into the attack in his very first over. The change of pace delivery to Saibzada Farhan, and the one that just darts back in wraps Babar Azam right in front. A couple of wickets in that over, and then Ishan Malanga struck to Saim Ayub. And a good catch by the skipper himself. It was a skyer, and it was a Fakhar Zaman's undoing. So the halfway mark in the chase, Pakistan required 115. Srilanka had to bowl his third. Sri Lanka feel with him continuing that they can pick up one more here. The impact of the 4 dots on that Pakistan worm has meant that it just dipped below. Sri Lanka were ahead on runs and wickets at the same stage, 93 for 2. Kwame, since the start of the day, just felt that Pakistan were hit by either it was
Smooth criminal?
like that. Just felt like even when they were bowling 7 bowlers, you and I were on, in fact, with the first 11 overs, Pakistan used 7 bowlers already. Just felt like they were caught a bit off guard. Now, whether that's just casual or whether Sri Lanka has really come up with a game plan and caught Pakistan off guard.
Shot. Good strike. Usman Khan. Yeah, they need that. Need to get some sort of flow here. Going at a run of ball, not sufficient. And very much a case of trying to rebuild after that break. And this, in answer to your question, need to be out of the blocks quickly. At the start of the day, they weren't out the blocks at all. Pakistan chose to bowl and didn't go well with ball in hand at the start. Got to give kudos to Sri Lanka. 2 games in a row must come and face the pressure of not having played well at the start of the tri-series, and have addressed those things, and at this point they're heading in the right direction.
Off the keeper's pads, he runs and buys to end the over. 11 done, 78 for 4.
That rate required. You can't allow for it to go further north. And so a start of 8 to the over. I think it'll help things, but they need to do a whole lot of work in this little period that sets up the back end. And if they can do that, do decent enough work, then they give themselves a chance in the death overs. But it could all be tickets here between overs 11 and 15.
Usman Khan played a great knock with Fakhar Zaman, that first game of this tri-series. Zimbabwe 147 on the board. Pakistan did get over the line eventually, but they found themselves in a similar position with 4 down. It was Fakhar and Usman who came to the party, and on your point there, Pommy, yes, they got to take the game deep, but the run rate has to be kept in check.
Yeah, and the shots being played, just giving himself room there. Also in the previous over, getting it through the offside. It shows you they're trying to do that. That'll be wide. Touch and go. You just see with the movement in the crease, across it and back into it. Yeah, it didn't move. Feigned to move, yeah, touch and go. Could have been called not a wide, and that would have been right too.
That's definitely going to be called. Overcompensating, going for the wide Yorker, the previous delivery.
The work that Pakistan have to do here, Salman and Usman, has to be work that is sufficient, that there is enough pressure that transfers back to the bowling side. So just stay in touch. And that's all to do with what happens with regard to the rate required.
Well, it's time for the favorite part for the crowd. KFC, flip the bucket, land it on your head, get finger-licking good prizes. A couple of wide, so just the 2 deliveries have gone for 5. Pakistan searching for the boundary just to keep up with the rate. And that will be the boundary. Even better, add 2 more, so a maximum courtesy the captain. Has a really good stroke. It was a slot delivery, but still had to be put away.
Most impressive about this is the management of risk. He's going aerial, but there are less fielders in the deep on the offside, so manipulates it with his wrists, and he gets it right out the middle, and it goes all the way for 6. Some shot that from Salman.
And look to run hard, and the slip might just allow them the 2. This is very good. Very good from Pakistan. Still 1 delivery in the piece. Beg your pardon, 2 more deliveries and 13 have already come off it.
Yeah, nice batting. Really good work. You watch batters as they operate and they kind of manage the scoreboard. And the game then dictates to them how much risk to take and when to take it. 13 off to this point. How good. That's excellent fielding. That is brilliant from Ishan Malinga. A dot here, a dot there. More pressure applied.
This is top quality athleticism in the follow through. Hasn't even gone all the way to hold momentum and go in a completely different direction. And more importantly, keep control of the ball. So a dot delivery. We're looking for 1 more to close the over out. Should be just the 1. Oh, they're running hard, they're running back, and they run through for 2. This is really good running from Salman and Usman. 50 partnership also comes up between the 2. 15 runs from the over, 93 for 4.
What a good over that was in terms of the batting. And first up, search for the boundary somewhere along the line and looking for it early in the over, and then the running between the wicket. Also from the shots played, not looking to whack it, just trying to get it between the boundary riders and get back for a second, and did that at least a couple of times. Yeah, really good skills and good thinking.
It is something Salman Ali Agha has spoken about a lot, especially with the 75-yard boundaries, big playing fields, running between the wickets. Especially 2s are available. If you can hit those open areas, run the first hard. That has meant the partnership has come in at a good rate.
Yeah, in the management of scoreboards and chases and chasing down, I always use a really old example.
Has that found the fence comfortably? Usman Khan with a couple of big blows, and that'll help. More importantly, 2 Hasarango on the first delivery. Pressure back on the bowler.
heart and mouth stuff, this. He strikes it. It's a fantastic strike. But I tell you what, as it goes up in the air, long on's just standing there.
This one should be held out. Is one too many. Needless, you might say, in the end. Skipper's disappointed, and rightly so. Usman Khan has to go. Hasaranga, after that big blow on the very first delivery, strikes back.
Steeliness of nerve of a quality operator in Wanindu Hasaranga. The ball before was the same sort of ball, looped up. Look at that reaction from the skipper. He kind of pointing behind him, saying, "You've just hit him for 6. First ball of the over, you don't need to do it again." He's one of their best, if not the best. His good innings comes to an end in a disappointing way, Usman. Pakistan now 5 down for 99.
Half the side back in the dugout for Pakistan, and out walks Mohammad Nawaz. Pakistan required 86 of 46. The captain is out there in the middle with him. And Wanindu Hasaranga has got the ball on a string. One of the best in the business. Not often does a batter take him down repeatedly, and it's exactly what happened with Usman Khan. One big 6. Similar delivery, and he goes again.
So much going on there with that wicket. We were just describing the over before, the wonderful management. I was going to mention Michael Bevan in limited overs cricket in times past, who was magnificent at working it out. 2s, 3s, 1s. That's the wicket that you see, and he's going, "Oh, why have I done that?" His skipper also saying, "Why have you done that? You didn't need to. Just do what you need to just keep the pressure on your opposition, to keep your team winning the game." And he recognized it. And sometimes I think you've got to give it to the bowler for actually bowling the delivery. He still played an injudicious shot, but he could have turned up and fired the next one in. He didn't. He lobbed it up, probably drew him outside off, and said, "Go again," and got the wicket. 103 for 5. Yeah, Usman Khan gone, Hasaranga done. But what a job that is. Senior spinner, he takes 1 wicket, and the 1 wicket is when your opposition are just looking like they're coming back into the game.
Big wicket that of Usman Khan. Hasaranga. Spell is done. 4 overs, 27 for 1, an important wicket. More importantly, broke a partnership, 56, between Usman Khan and Salman Ali Agha, who were keeping up with the rate. 15 runs had come from the previous over. 6 of the first delivery of Hasaranga's over. Last 30 runs, 53 for 1. So Pakistan had it controlled. What that does now also is Pami just applies pressure on Salman Ali Agha, who was, yes, playing his shots, but he was looking to hit the gaps, run hard. Usman Khan on the other end was taking the bowling attack on in terms of the big shots, the boundaries. Now that has to change.
What he'll hope is that it stays the same. Nawaz, still a good player. What they gain is a right and left combination. They'll hope they can, at the very least, rotate the strike, but they would like for Nawaz to get going straight away. It's not one where you can only go at one end. Each one's got to do enough to keep you in the game. And they're also kind of blessed with batting a long way down. Generally, teams these days down to 8 will have batters who are able to affect the game. 80 from 40, you'd rather be the bowling side, certainly on this surface and in the way things have gone in this match. Yeah, what a champion operator, Wanindu Hasaranga. There's the one, goes for 6. Looped up again, and it turns more. He's ripped that one and said, right, go again. And yep, sucked in. When you're 2 down and you try and go again, it's not so bad. But 4 down to 5 down. And you were in, and you were kind of bossing it, just shifting the momentum of it, getting the control of the chase. And now, new batter in, and a partnership must form again. You've kind of just given away the initiative.
And that too in the 13th over. We made that point where we were just at the 11th over, and whether Usman and Salman could keep that same rate between 10, 11, 12 runs and over for the next 4 or 5 overs. Then you're down within the 30, 35 run range to win. That is cheeky, that is smart, and very, very effective from the captain. That is quite exquisite in terms of execution also from the Salman Ali Agha.
Nicely done, effective. Knows where the gaps are, he's shown us already. Wonderful dexterity just to ensure that he gets himself into the right position to manipulate the ball to where he wants it to go. On to 31. Couple of 4s and a 6. And so far, doing it nicely. Will need help from the other end. That's the boundary they needed, just to stay in touch. On one leg.
Exercise for the umpire. Well, this is quite good from Vigotel, giving away free mobile handsets. So if you get a ticket, you come down here, you could be the lucky winner.